Hi everybody, I am back in with the chickens in our ever expanding flock. We have had lots of new chicks hatch recently. We're about to rescue 4 more battery hens at the weekend. And we have also adopted a beautiful chicken who we have called Ursula. Some of you may recognise her as the last of Reverend Paul's hens. She has come to live out the rest of our days here with us in amongst the company of lots of other chickens. Now, I'm sure many of you are familiar with the expression a pecking order, but I wonder whether you realise just what a very real thing and a very brutal thing it actually is. So amongst a flock of chickens like these guys, a pecking order is established pretty much straight away. So you will have your cockerels at the top, they're the bosses, they're in charge, and then underneath them you'll have your bigger birds, like Lady here, and then you might have your smaller birds beneath those, and then at the very bottom of the pecking order you would have your weak and vulnerable birds. And it means that they don't get access to the food in the same way, and when they establish a pecking order, there's a lot of fighting and people need to show who is boss and who is on top. And so when it comes to introducing any new bird into an already existing flock, it has to be done with real care and consideration. So when Ursula came to live with us, we needed to be really careful that she wasn't bullied too much. And so what the recommendation is that for about 4 weeks, the new bird is kept within sight and sound and smell of the other chickens, but separated so that they can't come to much harm, because you don't want to inflict undue stress or fighting on the birds. And so that's what we've done. So for the last 4 weeks, Ursula has been in our own special enclosure, and then we've gradually integrated her into the flock. We're not quite there yet, but we are getting there. And so as we have watched Ursula's integration into this flock unfold, it has really got me thinking about our return to normal life, and in particular our integration back into church and the regularity of going to church on a Sunday morning. Maybe some of us out there were just really excited about the prospect of being back in church and worshipping with other people, and we're just so happy to be back to being there every Sunday, week after week. But maybe there are some of us who felt uncomfortable or apprehensive about being back in church and being with other people and worshipping together after so many months and months out of church. There may even be some of us who are a bit nonplussed about going back, who maybe after being out for so many months have got out of the habit and actually have found other things to do on a Sunday morning. I think probably many of us can relate to one or a couple of those feelings. And you know, it's so important to remind ourselves that we are not all the same, and that we don't all think and feel the same, and that actually we may, just like our chickens, need a bit more time and a bit more space, and that a gradual reintegration is absolutely okay. And as a community of worshippers, we have a real responsibility to show patience and be accepting of where we're all at, and to show God's love and His kindness, and to not judge or criticise wherever people may be on their journey. And it's also really important just to remind ourselves that with God, His love is unconditional and unflinching, regardless of where we may be on our journey, or how much we have integrated, or how gradual that process might be. So just remember that actually God's love is unconditional wherever we are on our journey with Him. Have a great day.